this will be part 2.
The need to rely on men for anything.
Yeah, I think there's unrealistic standards going around, and I think it's partially because of social media, and it's so easy to get caught up on social media when.
But who's to blame though? Because this is what I kind of get. This is why I get annoyed with these female answers, because they'll just say people, and it's too ambiguous. I need to know specifically. This is about women reacting to sexless men. So don't use people. There's enough genders to go around to where you can just say men are XYZ. Women are doing this. Men respond like this. Like, do this. Stop using people.
Really, like, who knows what percent of actual social media is real. Like, you could see someone that you know or someone that you don't even know. You just follow on social media, you know, her man that she's with flies her out, buys her this gift, but maybe he bought her that gift because she got him cheating. Like, you just really can't compare, but it's really hard not to compare, not to focus in on somebody else's life or social media and compare it to your own.
Yeah, I'm probably. I mean, there's probably something that women as a whole, not everybody, but generally do that is discouraging for certain people.
Yes, you said men are like more afraid to approach women. Obviously men play a role in that, but do you think women play a role in the kind of issues that are arising with dating as well?
Yes, but see, I was raised, my parents have like, you know, always said, you know, you should let the men approach you, or the men should make the first move. And that's just how I was kind of raised. And I know a lot of people, I'm not saying that's for everybody, because a lot of times girls make the first move, and I'm like, that's freaking awesome. But just for me personally, it's not comfortable for me. So, yeah, I hope that answered.
But do you think, like, a lot of women will get mad when men approach them? They're like, I don't want to be approached. Like, that kind of phenomenon, like, men are genuinely afraid because of what women, like, post online about them. Like,
yes, I think that's a huge thing. That's a very big thing. I've actually even, some of my guy friends have been afraid to approach ladies because of that situation, because they're afraid that women are going to label them as a pig or something like that. I find it flattering if a man approaches me, and just the fact that he had the confidence to do so. So, but yeah.
What do you think that men can do to make themselves a better candidate in the dating?
Oh, I want to hear this. I want to hear, and I didn't say anything about the other lady because I got tired of repeating myself on part 1. But I'm ready to hear this shit, because this, if you haven't seen part 1, this chick is she's pretty much a feminist, even if she doesn't know it. So I want to see her feminist response to this answer, this question rather.
I think being respectful is the biggest thing. For myself, I'm just a young woman in her early 20s, so a lot of the guys that are in my dating pool don't even know how to, you know, make a woman feel special, like it's just for them.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're winning. They're winning. If the guys don't have to come with everything, they don't have to come with a car, they don't have to come with a job. They're getting the sex, they're getting everything they want. They're not asking for marriage, they're not asking for all that, but you're asking them to marry you. They're winning. It's kind of crazy, even seeing the modern woman be so afraid to be honest and act like it's these piggish men. They're blaming incels. They don't even really blame fuckboys, which is surprising. They're just kind of doing this generalistic. It's men just treating us badly, and if we get treated nice, we'll give you the box, which is a complete myth.
See them turning their heads when we're walking on a date together, and that just makes me feel like they're looking for options and things of that nature. So I think if a guy was trying to impress a woman, or, you know, change certain habits about himself, making a woman feel heard and respected about what.
But the thing is, you're jumping the gun, because this isn't about the date. This isn't about bad date. This is about what? Lonely, single, sexless men. So these guys aren't even getting the chance. Getting on a date is like a 1 in a million shot for these guys. And I noticed that these females have no empathy, no idea how to tackle this issue. This is why they're jumping the gun about dates. And it's like, those guys are winning. If they're on the date, they're not these guys. A date, when those lonely guys get a date, that's a 1 in a million chance. That's a 1 in a million opportunity. That those guys have to latch on forever. Even if the date goes bad, they have to remember that and latch on to it and say, I was just grateful in being there.
Where the topic may be goes a very long way.
I would say the first step is to stop feeling sorry for yourself, because just like you're not attracted to everybody, not everyone's going to be attracted to you. That's just human nature.
I don't even know where that came from, but okay.
It's different for everyone. I don't know who these sexless men are, but
I like I said before, these women live in a bubble to where they're and I don't blame them. They're not in the manosphere. They're not looking up manosphere shit on YouTube. They're just looking up music and shit like that. So I don't really blame them too much on their ignorance. I do think some of these women are genuine that they don't understand the topic, but this kind of playful idiocy that I get when certain questions come up to play does get on my fucking nerves.
for a lot of them, it could just be as simple as I don't
know. I feel like there's like a stupid answer going to have to come, like, oh, just take a shower, just smell nice. I feel like there's a stupid question. There's a stupid answer coming.
know. Work harder on yourself, or where are the pieces that you're missing? And if you're insecure about not having the best job, why don't you look into
this is my favorite. This is my favorite shit that irks me with fucking women.
changing careers?
The
Or
whole
if you're-
you need to jump ship and get a better fucking job, because if you're scrubbing floors, you need to be a fucking engineer. You need to be working at NASA, because that is your fault. That is your issue. That is your problem. Even though we women, we liberal stupid ass women, voted for a man who was half dead and couldn't supply us with shit. Y'all were so eager and uptight about having Biden. Y'all slept on that shit, and y'all haven't even asked for that shit. But those them stimulus checks, y'all forgot about those real quick, didn't you? Y'all were trying to get Biden to say, hey man, let's get those stimmy checks. Let's get those every month. That motherfucker said fuck you. It's like he said fuck you to reparations. It's like he said fuck you on paying student loans. I love this entitlement of women and thinking that a dude who's scrubbing floors at a restaurant somehow has the same potential. And it's not even really just that. It's the opportunities to work at NASA or some Fortune 500 company out of the blue. It's crazy how women don't even understand the economy and the job market. And they're literally thinking that every dude, just because he has a fucking penis, has some kind of potential to fucking be president and rule the world or some shit. And they don't even understand the hierarchies. And that's just basic hierarchies. We're not even getting into hierarchies within class or race. But she's gonna try to explain. But she's really trying to explain to us about how easy it is to create a LinkedIn LinkedIn profile that will magically get you to become a director and CEO of a company. This is the madness and craziness of women, especially with women who have literally no idea what's going on in the world. And that's why they can't answer this fucking question of why are men lonely, single, and sexless. They can't, they don't understand it. They live in a small world. where all they have to do is be pretty and be a girl. And they don't care about anything about what men go through. And this is why men are sick and tired of them and don't feel like dealing with them. Because they have no empathy.
Insecure about how you look, go to the gym. I don't know, or just love yourself.
Yeah. We've been going to the fucking gym. What's next? You need us to invest in crypto as well?
I'm sure. I don't know how to do that. I don't know. It's not easy to fight insecurities, but therapy.
Oh wow, wow! The typical female response: just get therapy. just get therapy. I'm surprised these are the women that y'all niggas motherfuckers want to date. Y'all are really going to bat for these women. Like they don't even sound nice. None of these women sound nice. I would none of them.
To the bars every weekend, Friday to Sunday. It's unattractive when you're wasted with your buddies, and in this day and age everybody thinks, the boys, let's get drunk, Sunday beers, Saturday beers. It's so not cute. So I don't know. Of course going out is nice, but to be sitting in a bar all day every day is just...
She says this, but what is she doing every Friday through Sunday? At a bar with her girlfriends, doing the same thing, drinking mimosas and all that shit, doing the same thing, talking to the same guys. The thing is that with responses like this, I would tell her, okay, if those guys are so wrong, lame, and terrible or whatever, why don't you go to the library at your school library, or go to your school's physics club and talk to the guys over there in the science lab and talk to them about atoms and all that shit, physics, and all that, anatomy, biology, theories and all that shit. Why don't you go to those guys and watch how she'll be asleep and look at you real funny. These females just like hearing themselves talk, and they're like mothers. They complain about the guys that they sleep with. That's all they can do. That's all women can do is fucking complain about the guys that they can sleep with. And the thing is, they don't want any better because they know they don't deserve any better. This is why women can complain and talk all this shit about what guys aren't doing, but there's plenty of guys who are doing the opposite and doing things that they would like, or that they claim that they do like or prefer guys to do. But those women aren't giving those guys a chance.
It's a no-go for me, so.
Have confidence.
Here we go, the laying confidence shit. Shit, a lot of you guys aren't worth it. You're not worth it. I'm sorry. I don't care what race you are. You're just not worth it, all right? If these dudes can have fun and watch porn all day and they're living a fine life, making money that you wish you had, bitch, they don't need you. Fuck your need of confidence. Fuck your therapy. They're happy, all right?
Which is easier said than done, obviously.
Yeah, because I can tell that this woman has no confidence. It's women who are fucking broken, having the goal to talk to non-select guys about confidence. Ain't that funny? Ain't that ironic?
I think when you're looking for someone, like you're looking for a relationship, you're probably not going to end up in a great one. I think if you're just like, I need love, I need this, I need that, you're not going to end up happy. It has to start here. But obviously everyone wants to be with someone, so going for people that it actually makes sense, the combination, and not just being like, I think people overlook people because they're like, well, I want a girl that looks like that though, and maybe that's not going to be your thing at the moment. So just not putting too much pressure on yourself and going don't know. I feel like it's not a bad thing to not be in a relationship or sleeping with people at all times. I think it can be a really good thing. So
you see how they don't have any empathy. That's why they're always jumping these questions to where it's either about themselves, they're answering for another woman, and they don't even know what the topic is anymore. This is what's crazy. They don't even know what the fucking topic is anymore. Now they're talking about, oh, well, being alone for all your life is really fun. It's meanwhile you got fucking sex experts who are looking at this shit like, oh my fucking god, the economy is gonna collapse if men just don't do shit all day. But women are just gonna be dumb as a log, and they're just gonna be like, it's fine. Everything's good. It's kind of like that meme of the Simpsons meme of I'm in danger, but they just sit and do nothing.
the obsession with that.
The thing is that, okay, I'm gonna reel you women in because you guys don't know the fucking topic. The topic is about 20-year-old guys in their 20s being lonely, single, and sexless. And most likely they've been lonely, single, and sexless since their teens. So you're having guys who are ready to date or talk to girls by the time they're 12 or 13. Okay, 10 years plus. They're 22, 23, early 20s. Okay, bam, leads to late 20s. So this guy has literally wasted half of his life being single, not having the skills to date, not understanding women, and now it has carried over to his early 30s. How is this guy going to function and learn how to date when he's not given opportunities? And when this happens, guys are saying fuck it because they're like, hey, I've been single and alone for half my life. For actually more than half of my life. I never had a girlfriend or did anything. So they're now getting used to it, and you're killing off potential mates. You're killing off guys who could have been successful. You're killing off the fucking population because of your narcissism. But these women can't put two and two together. But they're the most educated.
I don't know. I think it just hurts people.
Yeah, I think it puts a lot of pressure on guys too. And then when you hear things come out like the rise of lonely men, well, just because someone's single doesn't mean they're lonely. But it's automatically kind of assumed that they are.
I would say just pick up on like the way that she's communicating with you. Like if
they're still not getting it. They're still jumping the ship as if it's like she's not dating. She's talking about the talking stage. They're not even on that stage. They can't even get on that stage. So it's not about talking to how to talk to her every day or taking her out on dates. It's not about, these dudes are not even they're not even being called on base. That's the issue. I would even say that it's as bad as these guys are not even in the fucking game to begin with. They missed the bus.
Like if you're reaching out to a girl and she's constantly like busy or she's not putting in like any effort into meeting up with you, like don't spend so much time like pursuing that girl and start looking in other areas, because I feel like sometimes people have a tough time like picking up on those mixed signals, maybe through like text message. Like if it's mixed signals, I feel like that's all you need to know to just like move past that. Like if it's not easy and not great, like now I sound like I'm like saying like, oh, like she needs to be easy. Like that's not what I mean. Like I feel like if
So you're basically saying like don't chase women that
no,
don't
I
want
think
you
you
back.
need to like put in effort, like definitely put in some type of effort and show that you care. But like if you're completely getting like oh, I can't tonight, like maybe like next week or something, like over and over again, to the point where you're just putting in all your like time into one I don't know how to put this.
Like knowing when to walk away, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Like knowing when to walk away and like not putting so much time into somebody who doesn't seem that interested in you. You know, maybe it's time to explore other avenues.
Yeah, I think a man not seeming too desperate or too clingy is a big thing. So like women always think they can change a man, but I think a man always thinks he can change a woman's mind. Like if, I don't know, if she's giving you a lot of the signs that maybe she's not too interested, like just take the signs for as what they are. Or even if she's saying like, I don't feel romantic connection, but I'd like to still be friends, don't continue to be like, okay, yeah, I'll just be friends with you in hopes that she'll change her mind. You know, focus your energy on where it's best spent. Like, don't waste your time on women who don't fit your standards or aren't really the type you see yourself in a long-term relationship with. Spend that energy and time going for what you do want, and don't waste your time when you've been given the signal that she doesn't want you.
What are traits that you look for specifically in a man?
I'm really interested to see this woman's answers, because really her responses to a lot of questions have been pissing me the fuck off. So I'm really want to see what type of dude she's into. And I can kind of tell she's like the chick that's get drunk, get wasted. I'll figure out who I slept with later.
Like, what is your checklist?
I have a whole document.
Cap. And you know what? She might be telling the truth for a legit commitment, a legit relationship. But I can tell this girl's easy. From how fucked up her hair is to how wide her shirt collar is. That's pretty fucking wide. I can tell that this is a chick that just wears some shit that she finds. Doesn't give a fuck about much. It's really just the legs open.
That, first of all, with looks, I like that like Italian Greek look where they're like tan, have like dark hair, dark eyes. But you know, a lot of times with that look, when they're really good looking, they're not that great people. So I want someone who's a really good person, very loyal and honest. And
when you know, females tell on themselves, so you can tell that she's been ran through by a lot of Italian dudes. So she's really telling on herself with this one.
Working, but not too cocky, and someone who has one of those hobbies that's like hands-on.
Monique knows what she wants. Okay. Would you be willing to compromise on the Italian Greek beautiful look for the other things?
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like all of my ex-boyfriends are not people that physically I would describe as my type.
Okay, but you liked other
And I guess that's supposed to be a compliment, and that's supposed to be something that you guys who are lonely, single, and sexless to inspire to become her boyfriend. Wow.
things about them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just love how this topic, how this conversation, how this video was somehow all about fucking women and their dumbass opinions. I love it.
I didn't just go out with them because they were willing to go out with me.
Traits that I look for in a guy. Honesty is a big one. Smart, intelligent,
Cap.
funny. He's got to be funny. He's got to be easygoing. I like to mess around a lot, so
Basically, she just wants a fucking, a fuck boy who's not that stupid, but can somehow understand her bullshit or her lingo when she's talking about job-related bullshit. So,
smart, funny, creative, for sure. Honest. We'll start there.
I would say definitely a good, stable job. It doesn't have to be anything, crazy. Even if you are just, as long as you're doing something and you have, a good work.
I hate that. I hate that fucking answer from women. As long as you're doing something. I'm like, okay, bitch, what do you... It's funny hearing this from women who refuse to work, who really... who are expecting you to pay their bills out of a non-marital affair relationship, and you guys are talking about men's careers like it's Yu-Gi-Oh cards or some shit. Like the other bitch who just kind of acts like, oh, you can just magically do a job that makes six figures out of thin air when you just came from mopping the floors at Wendy's. Like, it's like it's just crazy how women think. But this is what happens when, again, they use so many men for certain things. For like, one guy pays for rent, one guy pays for food, a guy that just makes you happy, and one dude to fuck. And they try to hodgepodge these guys into one dude. And they just give these stupid ass answers to things.
Ethic, and you're working towards something. Like, I don't expect someone to be like the VP of a company or something.
Oh,
but as long
yes,
as
you do. Oh, yes, you fucking do. But the thing is, you will use that as you will use that as the metric for the non-select guy for him to kill himself over a job that he hates or likes, whatever. And it will give him a busy assignment to be this powerful man. Meanwhile, you're with the fuckboy who doesn't work. You're doing the most for him. And then when you get your baby and he fucking leaves you for another woman, you're going to go to the non-select guy that worked himself to the bone and try to wager yourself as the best pick. As if he had to go through all that shit at work just to get with a single mom. That's fucking crazy.
working towards something. I think that that's very important to me. Being able to have like passions and hobbies, like things outside of what you do every day at work is very important. Like being able to have fun, like go out with me, like go to concerts, like you want to do things like try new restaurants. Like you're not like so much a homebody. I don't like sitting at home. I like being out. So that's important.
For me, I look for good communication skills. I think communication is everything in a relationship. I also, friendship is more important to me than romance at the end of the day, because you can have passion and you can have a great sex life or whatever, but if we're fighting and we're not aligning mentally, I mean, you can find passion and good sex from a ton of people, but I think friendship.
And this, again, like, are women really answering the topic? Come on, again, the topic is what, guys? Women react to the rise of lonely, single, sexless men. Dude, for any man, no man should be a woman's fucking friend for more than 5 years. Especially if he hasn't hit. To me, it's fucking stupid. There is no fucking reason for a dude to be good friends with a woman that fucking long. That's fucking crazy to me. That's not even worth it. I'm really fucking surprised that, you know, women are really talking this goddamn reckless about shit. Talking about friendship and talking about friendship is more valuable than a guy that I just had sex with. Oh, really? You must really not know what the topic is about.
And just really getting along here is the most important thing, because that's rare. So that's what I look for. Style, humor, getting along with my friends, being friendly, great manners, obviously. But yeah, I think the mental is really what matters to me the most.
Why do you females keep lying to yourself about this whole therapy mental check for men? You guys love fucking chaos. You guys love fucking chaos. I don't understand this whole, I need somebody that's mentally there. It's like, nah. With all the hell and havoc y'all bitches create, I see why. You can see why the Joker, Suicide Squad's Joker, really hit home for a lot of women. And it actually hit home for a lot of women so much that they actually had to recanon Harley Quinn and transition her to a lesbian, because it hit hard for so many women to be with a bad boy.
For a hardworking guy that's honest, loves his mom, really just takes care of himself. And
you guys always like to do that, loves his mom, but you guys never talk about a guy that was raised or was taught by his father or had his father in his life. You guys are always worrying about these mommy's boys. And then you guys complain about, oh, that nigga is way too attached to his mom. Y'all kill me with that.
has a little bit of like a boundary. You know, I like to get my way. I don't really like to be told no. I mean, what girl does? But
Exactly. That's why you want him to be a mommy's boy, because he will do, if he will do anything to keep his mom in good graces, he will do the same for you. But the father will teach his son to have boundaries and to set you straight, but you don't like that. So even with your feminist doctrine, you have your own bullshit of needing to be in control and not have this so-called 50-50 partnership that you guys claim that you guys want.
stands up for himself and has his own boundaries and his own.
You don't like men with boundaries. You just want your way or it's the highway. And you're going to wager your box to have your way as well.
Standards that matter to him. I think that's super attractive for myself.
I've thought about this a lot, so I have a very specific list. Values like health and wellness. Is a life learner, has a life learner mentality, so likes to learn new things.
All right, I'm done. They really ain't talking about much.
And I think you could set yourself up for failure.
Yeah, and I think it's also totally okay as a woman to have standards.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Petty things that might matter. I agree. I think women.
Wow. Some of the things I see, I'm like, why are you together? I think people.
Relationship.
Yeah, they're not. I'm done with it. Yeah, they're not even answering the topic, and it really does fucking piss me off. It's just that it's because, hey, women have no empathy. Women have no understanding of and this is how little they think of you guys, of you non-select guys, to where they don't even, they know you exist, but they're not even gonna give you the empathy that you deserve by not acknowledging you. This is why they're just talking. They're using the blanket statement of men without giving any context. They're not even using terms like fuckboy. They're not even using any terms. Don't. So trying to get empathy out of women is really impossible, and it's not even worth your fucking time. Not worth it. Not worth it. It's a waste.